Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome. We're here today for the Rocky Mountain Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We've got an exciting session today. Before we begin, a couple housekeeping items. First, if you have questions, you can do so by using the Q&A button to type your question to the presenter at any time. Also note that your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists can't see or hear you. We also have additional sessions available on the StriveScan website for anyone who's got interest in another institution, so go ahead and sign up at your earliest convenience. Also note that a recording of this presentation will be made available and posted to the website at strivescan.com/RMACAC. With that in mind, we'll turn it over to our first presenter from Wabash College.
Hey, everybody, how are you doing this evening? Let me see if I can get the screen switched over. Awesome. My name is Tyler Wade, and I am an Associate Director of Regional Admissions at Wabash College. Wabash is a small private liberal arts college located in a town called Crawfordsville, Indiana. We're just about 45 minutes northwest of Indianapolis, just about 3 hours south of the city of Chicago. If you've never been to Indiana, this is a really great picture of what Indiana looks like, and it's a great picture of Wabash's campus. And so we're going to talk a little bit more tonight about how Wabash teaches our students to learn more, earn more, lead more, and play more. So when we talk about teaching our students to learn more, we're talking about doing that in a pretty rigorous liberal arts type setting. So when I say the liberal arts, basically what I mean is just a fancy word for a broad-based sort of general education. So students in the liberal arts take classes in math and science and the social sciences, humanities, the arts, to build that broad-based educational foundation, but they still specialize in areas for a major and a minor. We have 40 different programs of study on our campus. Classes at Wabash are really small. Our average class size is 11. They're pretty heavily discussion-based, so lots of reading, lots of writing, lots of talking about the assignments with your professors. You will never take a multiple choice or scan trial test at Wabash. Most of the time, you'll be given a blue book or a green book and asked to fill it in with what you know. These are some examples of some of the outstanding outcomes that Wabash has. A couple of them relate to sort of your classroom experience. So these are rankings from the Princeton Review. These are national rankings. So Wabash has the 3rd most accessible professors, 10th for professors get high marks, and 13th for best classroom experience. Again, those rankings all speak to what you'll do inside the classroom. But we also know that college is about also preparing you for a career. And so there's some also really strong rankings that talk to setting up for success after college. We have the nation's #1 ranked alumni network, #1 school for internship opportunities, and #5 best career services programs. And that obviously plays a part in helping our students to earn more. This slide gives some more specific kind of outcome type data. A couple things I'll key in on this for you. So 1 in 10 of our graduates is a president, chairman, or CEO of the company that they work for. We've got a 94% acceptance rate to medical school and an 88% acceptance rate to law school. Those averages are both well above the national average. You'll also see on here that the median early career salary of a Wabash graduate is $65,300. So that's for 0 to 5 years out. The median mid-career salary of a Wabash graduate is $137,800 annually. So it can be a really smart investment. Obviously, we put our alumni into really outstanding job opportunities once they graduate from college. This slide gives you an example of some of the places where our students have interned or gone on to full-time positions with, or have gone into graduate study with after college. So you'll see some recognizable brands on here, like Eli Lilly and Company, Google, Goldman Sachs, as well as Notre Dame's Mendoza College of Business. So just an example of lots of the companies that our alumni help students find internship and job opportunities in. Thinking about teaching students to lead more, there are all kinds of leadership opportunities on the Wabash campus. At Wabash, we only have one rule, which is the gentleman's rule, which is that the student is expected to conduct themselves at all times, both on and off the campus, as a gentleman and responsible citizen. So unlike in high school, we don't have a 40-page rule book for our students. We just have one rule. And it really gives sort of autonomy to our students to be able to have agency to make decisions. We're going to treat you like an adult, because by the time you get to college, you're going to act like an adult. And you'll have the ability to sort of make decisions about what's the best way to run your living unit or your club or organization on campus. This provides some examples of ways that our students can be involved. Wabash also talks about teaching our students to play more. We are members of NCAA Division III. We have 12 different varsity sports on campus. We just added men's volleyball this last year. You can see we compete at the really highest levels of Division III. Our football program, I think, is ranked 5th all time for wins in Division III. And we are usually ranked in the top 25, but we also have really outstanding programs in every major varsity sport. Going to college is also about having fun. And so this is just an example of some of the ways in which our students have fun. I think if you're bored at Wabash, it's because you're boring. There's always something that's going on, whether there's an art exhibition, a music recital, a play, a speaker on campus, a club or organization meeting going on. There's all kinds of ways to be able to find something to do for fun on campus. We have 10 different fraternities at Wabash. Greek life tends to be a pretty big deal on our campus, depending on the year. About 55 to 60% of our students are in fraternities. We have 80 different clubs or organizations. We fund those to the tune of about $250,000 a year. And so Wabash makes a really strong investment into making sure our students have great opportunities to be able to have fun. This slide sort of hits on some specific high notes, including dates for application timeline, general application requirements. Wabash's application is free, and we are going to be test optional for this next test year. And so we also are known for offering really generous merit and need-based scholarships. Wabash has sort of had a long-standing commitment as an institution for not letting costs get in the way of qualified students coming to Wabash. So some great information available on there. What I'll sort of close with is this: there's only one college in the nation that made all of these lists that you see here, and that is Wabash. And so we hope that you will add us to your list. I'll put my name and contact information in the chat and turn it over to our next presenter. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. We're on to our next presenter from Weber State University.
There we go. All right. Sorry about that. My name is Jen. I'm an admissions counselor, a senior admissions counselor here at Weber State. I've been here for a few years. I'm actually an alumni of Weber State as well. I love everything about it. A lot of people don't really know where we are. For those of you who do not, we are in northern Utah. We are about 2 hours south of the Idaho border, roughly 6 or 7 hours north of the Arizona and Nevada border. We're kind of in the perfect location. Our motto here is Mountain Meets Metro, just because we're in the middle of everything. We have all of the outdoor recreation all year round, but we also have that downtown city vibe that you can get into and make it what you want. We do have multiple campuses throughout the northern part of the state. We have everything. We have 7 in total. They all offer classes. They all offer testing centers. It's kind of just a convenience factor for you. And we also offer a free UTA Ed Pass to all of our students, which means that as a student, you have free access to all the public transportation in the state of Utah at any time. Weber State is a large university. We have 30,000 students on campus between the 7 of them. Because of that, we actually have everything that a large university would have as far as student life goes. We have the sports, we have the clubs and organizations, we have the military affiliation, we have outdoor recreation, we have fraternities and sororities, and we have just about everything you can think of. We also function on a smaller scale, which means that our students are actually getting the setting of smaller class sizes. So we have about 21 students to 1 professor on campus. Our class sizes are about 25 students. When I graduated during my college career, I never had a class size bigger than about 45 students with the intro classes. So it's pretty small. That means you get hands-on one-on-one with professors. You're being taught by the professor, you're not being taught by a TA, and that gives you more opportunities to network as well. Weber State has 7 different colleges that house our 225 plus programs. We actually offer more programs than any other institution in the state of Utah, and it's because we're a dual mission. So we offer those certificates and those associates, as well as those masters and doctoral. We have just about everything you can think of. Our most popular, of course, is going to be our business. We have the highest accreditation in our business school that you can get in the business field. It's the same accreditation as Harvard, for instance. Our next one, well, our number 1 is actually going to be our health professions. So like nursing, radiological sciences. We're the number 1 providers of nurses in the state of Utah. And that program actually goes up to a doctoral program. All of our programs are fantastic. We have a bunch of them that are top 10 in the nation, and they're all very, very hands-on. Our in-state tuition is the $6,100. This is for a full year, 2 semesters, assuming you're going full-time with fees included. This is like the sticker price. No one ever pays this number because we have so many funding options available. This is my out-of-state tuition. It's the $16,288. Same thing, 1 year, 2 semesters, assuming you're going full-time, fees included. Again, very few people ever pay this number because of all of the funding that we have available. For those students who live in the Western states, you would qualify for WUI, Western Undergrad Exchange Program, where this $8,651 would be yours for the full 4 years. Again, tuition and fees. Most of my students are on some kind of scholarship. We have a ton of them. About 60% of my students have a full ride. The rest of them fall in there somewhere. All of our scholarships, our academic scholarships, are based on a full 4 years. So if you accept your scholarship your freshman year coming in, that scholarship is yours for the next 4 years of your college career. You do not have to do anything to keep it except for maintain a 2.5 GPA and go full-time, roughly 12 credits, about 4 classes a semester, pretty standard for a 4-year degree. And then you don't have to reapply or requalify. The deadline is December 1st of your senior year, and anything after that is a first come, first served basis. We also offer the EDGE scholarship, which is based off of concurrent enrollment classes. If you are taking any concurrent enrollment classes from any institution, you could qualify for this one at Weber State. You have to have a B average in all of those, and you have to have at least 12 credit hours. We do accept the FAFSA. We also have specialized scholarships. Weber State offers a scholarship application that blankets the entire university for scholarships that you may qualify for that are not academic based. Those ones are 1 year based, and the deadline again is December 1st. We also offer housing. We can house about 1,000 students on campus between the 2 locations. They both have great options. They both have great aspects. It kind of just depends on you and your personal preferences. I do want to say that one bonus to living on campus your first year specifically is getting a tuition waiver. If you live on campus your first year, you get $1,000 off of your tuition automatically, $500 one semester and $500 the next. Our application process is very, very simple. We are an open enrollment university, which means that anyone who applies essentially will be admitted as long as you have graduated high school or will be graduating high school. It's all online through our website. It's a $30 application fee, which is a one-time deal. You do not have to ever repay that. And you're guaranteed acceptance to the university. We do require test scores and your transcripts, of course, for scholarships. And outside of that, that's really it. Once you have everything submitted, it takes us a couple of days to get you into the system. This is my application or my personal information for work. If you have questions, feel free to take a picture, Snapchat, whatever works for you. I'd be happy to answer any questions that come up. Email is 100% the easiest way to get a hold of me. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate all the information. We're on to our next institution, Laramie County Community College.
Great. Hello, everybody. Hope you all had a great day. My name is Alex Barker. I am the admissions representative at Laramie County Community College. And so today I'll just share a little bit about Laramie County Community College, where we're located, and just some different bits of information that will be helpful for you. So Laramie County Community College is located in Cheyenne, Wyoming. You'll find our institution pretty much near the border of Colorado and along the western panhandle of Nebraska. And so we're situated right in the corner. We're about 45 minutes from Fort Collins and then about 2 hours away from the Denver International Airport. And we're also about 45 minutes from the only university in the state of Wyoming, which is the University of Wyoming, which you'll hear from a little bit later today. So LCCC offers, our main campus is located in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and then we have a smaller branch campus that is located in out in Laramie, Wyoming, which is what we call our Albany County campus. This campus that's in Laramie is a smaller campus. It offers a lot of our general ed courses that kind of piggyback off of the University of Wyoming for students to be able to take like a math, a science, anything general. And then our engineering program is also based out of Laramie. All of our other programs are located in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and so that's where you'll find everything on our main campus, which is a snapshot of that campus is this slide right here. And then we also offer any degrees anywhere between the 2-year degrees in Associate of Arts and Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Sciences, and we also offer 2 Bachelor of Applied Science degrees as well for students. Admissions at Laramie County Community College, our application is online. It's free. There is no application fee for that. You can complete that at any point. We usually will enroll students up till about 2 days before classes begin. But otherwise, you know, if you are interested in Laramie County Community College, you want to check out campus, you want to see what your scholarships are going to end up looking like, we just suggest to apply so that way you can get packaged for financial aid. It doesn't commit you to LCCC, but it just gives you a good snapshot of what it would be like if you were a student with us. We also suggest that you meet with an admissions representative at Laramie County Community College. And so just sitting down with someone that's familiar with a pathway or program that you are interested in. And then of course, visiting campus. This is always a great option for any student that's looking at attending whichever institutions that are on your list to step foot on campus and see if that truly is the best fit for you. Our tuition and fees are listed here. And so those are, if you are an in-state student, you're looking at about $2,000 for a full-time student for the semester, and then for 1 semester. And then if you are in one of our surrounding states, which we call the WUI, Western Undergraduate Exchange, which you'll find pretty common amongst all of similar institutions in the region, you're looking at about $2,500 for 1 semester. This, of course, does not include room and board. And so you'll want to make sure you're factoring in those costs if you choose to live on campus. So we do have options to live on campus. We have 3 different residence halls: Foundation Hall, East and North Hall, and then our newest hall, which is the photo below, which is more situated as a typical dorm style, as opposed to the Foundation and East and North, which are more of a apartment style living residence hall for students. So all have very different in their price plans. They all do include a meal plan. And so it's kind of nice to be a community college and be able to house around 600 students on our campus. We only have housing at our Cheyenne campus. We don't have any housing in our Laramie campus. There is a fee to apply for these. So if you are interested in living on campus, there is a $100 deposit that's required for students, but that of course goes towards your room and board. Very safe and secure. There's 24-hour security on campus, limited access to buildings. And so if you come and visit campus, we're happy to show you those residence halls. We also have many different scholarships and financial aid for students. We have over 400 foundation scholarships. So this is money that's brought in from the outside to our gracious donors that have generated scholarships for all types of students that are majoring in different programs that meet a certain criteria. So not always are they academic based by any means. You have many, many options to choose from. There's also, of course, grant money, loan money, Hathaway money, which is going to be familiar for our Wyoming residents. And then we have our Presidential and Dean Scholarship, which is an academic-based scholarship based on your GPA. With students that have a 3.0 or higher, this will grant you an automatic scholarship that can be applied on top of any other scholarship that you are to receive. Our financial aid deadline is April 1st. And so that's an important deadline to keep in mind as you are trying to roll through the motions of high school, but also considering those scholarships as well. We lay out all of our programs at LCCC by pathways. And so this gives you the opportunity to explore for your first semester. And so all of our programs are listed here below. And so where you'll be able to choose your pathways. So this is where we list all of our programs. We have anywhere from ag and equine to the trades and tech fields. So within each pathway, you'll be able to select the program that fits you the best. And then if you're not sure, we also have a program called Career Coach, and this will help you identify what you would possibly be good at in the future and a possible career path for you. We also have many athletics or several athletics on campus and many clubs and organizations for students to be involved in. So a 2-year school, but operate much like a 4-year institution and provide students that space to where they can get a good college experience.
Thanks. We're going to transition on to our next institution, please. University of Wyoming.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Loveland, and I am the Assistant Director of Admission for the University of Wyoming and a very proud alum of UW. We are located in Laramie, Wyoming, which is in the southeast corner of the state, about 2.5 hours north of Denver, about an hour north of Fort Collins. And from Cheyenne, we are about 45 minutes. So we are in a little more rural location, but Laramie is your quintessential college town, as we are the only 4-year institution in the state of Wyoming. So it is us and 7 community colleges in the state. So a little bit about UW, we have a little over 12,000 students from all 50 states and over 90 different countries. We really like to keep it a small personal approach. So even with that many students, we really try to make sure that not only do you get an excellent education, but you are getting taught from professors and you're getting to apply your degree in real world situations the entire time you're at UW. 92% of our students last year had jobs or were in graduate school 6 months in graduation. So we're very proud of our graduates, and we are thrilled that industry is really looking at University of Wyoming students, as they are extremely well-rounded and a great group of students to be around. This picture is great because it is the heart and soul of our campus. This is Prexy's pasture with all the academic buildings around it. So it's easy to get to. It's a very commuter-friendly campus, so students don't have to have a car. They can walk from one end to the other in about 15, 20 minutes if you don't chit-chat. Laramie is in between 2 mountain ranges, so we're a very outdoorsy school. So anything that you might like to do in Mother Nature, we have it. We are about 15 minutes to the east. You can get world-class rock climbing. You can get wonderful mountain biking, and to the west about 30 minutes, you will find wonderful skiing that is ski to lift, so you don't have long lines, hiking, fishing, camping, you name it. It was a really great place to be. But even if you don't love the outdoors, you can still come to Laramie and have a great experience. We are a Division I athletics school. We compete in the Mountain West Conference, which is home to Colorado State, Air Force, San Diego State, Boise State, Fresno, and a couple others. Fun fact about Wyoming, we have the most active NFL players in the Mountain West Conference, including the starting quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. We have over 350 clubs and organizations, everything from your grill and chill group to religious and political groups. We have intramural sports, club sports, a fantastic Greek system, and fine arts at the University of Wyoming. You don't need to be those majors to participate in, so you can be a nurse and in the a cappella group if you want. And of course, there is wonderful student government, as well as the love and loyalty for this school runs deep, as it is, as I mentioned, the only 4 years. We offer over 200 different areas of study at UW, everything from accounting to zoology. We do encourage our students to double major, major and minor, and they don't have to coincide with each other. Big programs at the university, or what we are well known for, is our engineering program. Petroleum engineering is at the top, so is architectural engineering. Also our education program, we are number 6 in the country. Our College of Business has been ranked by the AACSB as one of the top 13% of business schools in the country. Our nursing and pharmacy program, as well as our environmental and natural resources. So if you're looking at anything in conservation, sustainability, or renewability, we have all those programs in our environmental natural resources program. As far as admissions is concerned, these are the classes we're going to look for you to have when you graduate high school. So 4 years of math, science, and English, additional coursework, which will be a lot of your electives, and your 3 years of social sciences, so psychology, government, history, etc. We'd like you to have a 3.0 and weighted GPA. And currently for 2021, we are test optional, but for 2022, we will make an announcement on that in the next month or so. If we do need a test score, we need a 21 ACT composite or 1060 SAT composite. For a complete application packet, we need your application, Common App or our regular application, a $40 application fee, your transcript, and possibly test scores. We are on what we call a rolling admission, so we're always accepting applications unless you were considering nursing or pharmacy, as those are direct entry programs, and you need to have it in by December 1st, your senior year. We do participate in the WUI program, the Western Undergraduate Exchange, as well as we do offer the Brown and Gold commitment. You can see here on this graph how it is awarded. If we currently, how we're test optional, we can award you the Brown and Gold without a test score, but we do need a test score to apply the WUI scholarship to you or financial aid package. We don't know about 2022, but we'll stay in touch with you and let you know what that process is like. But to apply to both of these scholarships, it'll go through your application for admission, so you don't need to do any extra work. And if your grades improve or you're able to take the test multiple times, we will use what best helps you. So we will give you the bigger amount or move you on this graph if it's applicable. This is me. Please don't ever hesitate to reach out with questions or concerns. We are in person for our college visits and love to see you in Laramie. Thank you so much and go Pokes.
Thank you. Up next, University of Utah.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah May. I am the admissions counselor that works primarily with students coming from Arizona. And there are plenty of colleagues that work with students otherwise in the region. And we'll get to that later on who to contact. But we are located in Salt Lake City, Utah. We hug the mountains and overlook the city, which you can kind of see here in this picture. You can see our downtown of Salt Lake, as well as our 360 mountain views. The greatest part I think about our campus is that we really do have the best of both worlds in terms of the natural and outdoorsy, but also the opportunities of a city, as well as the community of a college town or something like that. We typically like to say that we are a fully loaded college city because we have aspects of all of those things. Here in Utah, we also have some world-class skiing, only about 20 to 30 minutes away, as well as some incredible national parks like Arches, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, some really incredible outdoor resources to you. And if you've never been big in the outdoors, there's plenty of opportunities to get out there at little to no cost to you through courses and extracurriculars here on campus. Some higher-arching facts about the University of Utah is that we are a larger institution. I'd say we're on the smaller side of large, but we are large. We have 32,000 students. About 24,000 of those are undergraduates. So we do have a very heavy undergraduate experience, but there's still quite a lot of room for those professional programs, medical school, law school, things like that, that we definitely are prideful of on our campus. While being a larger institution, we have about a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio, and about 65% of our classes have fewer than 30 students. So we really do try to make that smaller college feel while still offering some of those benefits of a larger institution. We are an R1 research school here in Utah, which means research is really at the core of who we are. And most recently, we were invited to the Association of American Universities, which is an incredible honor in national and international level to really work on some incredible research going on here at the U. Being a research school means we have incredible funding, we have amazing projects, really notable faculty that are willing to bring you onto their projects, not just in the science and medical fields, but really all across the board. We also have the lowest student debt here amongst a Utah institution, and we'll talk about maybe why that is later on. We have 18 colleges and over 150 academic programs. So there is definitely plenty of things to do and major in here, whether you know what you want to do or you don't. Lots to explore there. Outside of the classroom, we really encourage you to define your U experience and really get involved. And we have over 600 clubs and organizations, always having opportunities to start your own. There's a lot of fun things going on campus and places to plug in, which we definitely recommend. Our holistic review process is how we view admissions, which just means we definitely care about academics, things like your grade trends, test scores if you're going to send them. We are test optional going into next year. Really, all things academic are very important to us, but we see them as a primary factor and not everything. We also care about jobs you have, extracurricular activities, volunteer work, anything and everything you want to tell us. We also recognize that life happens now more than ever. You're human, we're human. We're not here to judge you. We're really just here to better understand who you are and just see if you're going to be a good fit and be successful here. So please tell us as much as possible throughout the process. Now, looking at our costs for an out-of-state student, we come in a little less than $30,000, with our in-state being in and around $9,000. Our room and board, it's a pretty general estimate because we do not require students to live on campus even in their first year. However, if you do want to live on campus, you have a lot of choice in where you live, the type of style of housing you're going to get into. And we do house students from freshmen up to PhD candidates. So it's a really unique experience on campus. But looking at these two numbers is really important. We offer residency and we're very lenient in our residency policy. So as long as you kind of hit the checklist that residency asks for, after your first year, you can get in-state tuition. We offer this as one possible pathway, but we also are part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange or WUI program. So if you are coming from a state in this region, we do offer that as well. If you have any lingering questions, please reach out to us. Again, I work specifically with students here in Salt Lake City, as well as Arizona. If you go to our website, you'll find all of our other staff members and you can connect there. We're also doing campus tours on campus, so please come and see us, and thank you for your time. Have a great night.
Thank you. We're on to our last institution, the University of Nevada at Reno.
Okay, thanks, Dave, and good evening, everybody. My name is Justin. I work at the University of Nevada, Reno. Super excited to show you guys around campus today. If you need my contact info, it's in the lower left-hand corner there. I can be your first point of contact for anything you need at the university, whether it's admissions, financial aid, or setting up an in-person tour. And I'd love it if you guys could come take an in-person tour. We are offering in-person tours right now, so please come and see us. But since you're not here right now, I want to give you guys a quick rundown of this incredible university campus that we have waiting for you in Reno. Now, one thing that makes the university so incredibly unique is the mix of old and new, right? We are the flagship land grant institution here in the state of Nevada, but we've also been experiencing this incredible period of growth. It's put almost $1 billion in new construction on campus in just the past 10 years. So I want to show you guys some of the new stuff and some of the old stuff. Of the new stuff, we have this incredible Joe Crowley Student Union. This is like the main hub for student activity on our campus. So this is where you guys are going to come for, student government meetings. This is where the Starbucks is, the bookstore, all that kind of stuff. This is our library. This is where you guys are going to come and study and do research and work on group projects, all that important stuff. The Student Achievement Center, your tuition and fees pays for the math center, the writing center, the tutoring center, counseling services, disability resources, the career studio. All of those have a central location right here in this building in the heart of campus. We have our new university gym. Admittedly, this is my favorite of the new buildings here. So every student has access to the gym when you come to campus. We got this incredible weight room for you guys to come and work out in. You guys can come take a fitness class, come run on the indoor track, play on the basketball courts, you name it. This is one of our newest residence halls. This is Great Basin Hall. The way it works is there's 2 people to a room in here. So it's you and one other roommate. And then there'll be 3 or 4 of these rooms attached to a common bathroom area. So a really cool, kind of unique living, learning environment. And we do actually offer what's called a living, learning community, which is where you live with other students who share the same major as you. So you're living with people you can go to class with, compare notes, that kind of stuff. This is the new University Arts Building. I'll talk more about majors here in a moment, but for our music majors, theater, dance, we have all of these incredible facilities for you to come and perform in, and for the rest of our students to come and experience your performances in. And then last but not least, for the new buildings here, this is the new engineering building. Engineering is our fastest growing group of majors, and now the engineering department has 100,000 square feet of new labs, classrooms, and offices. So all of this cool, exciting new growth is happening on campus. But again, the thing that makes our university so unique, I think, is the mix of old and new. We were established in 1874. We moved to this campus here in 1886. So there's this incredible sense of history and tradition here at the university. Nowhere is that more evident than this part of campus. This is the University Quad. We do all kinds of important stuff here. This is where we have like our big homecoming celebration at the start of the fall semester. This is where we have our club fair. We have over 200 different clubs and organizations on campus. This is where you come find out about them and get involved and join up. But the most important thing we do here is this is where you graduate. This is where you walk across the stage, get your diploma, make mom cry, all that good stuff. So that's a little bit about campus. I want to touch on our academics. We are a comprehensive university. We offer a comprehensive suite of majors. So we're not just a liberal arts college. We're not just a science, technology, engineering, and math college. We really offer a robust list of majors. So I won't talk about every major, but I'll briefly touch on the colleges. The first is ag, biotech, and natural resources. So if you want to go to vet school, if you want to go to medical school, if you want to work for, in environmental science, something like that, this is where you would find those majors. College of Business, right? Pretty self-explanatory. This was my major at the university. We have the College of Education if you want to become a teacher. We have our College of Engineering. As I said, not only is this the fastest growing group of majors on campus, but these are some of the most in-demand degrees in the United States. So if you're a science, technology, or particularly a math-minded student, there's some good opportunities here in the College of Engineering. College of Liberal Arts, maybe you want to do political science, philosophy, international affairs. Maybe you want to go to law school or work in law enforcement. This is where you'll find those majors. College of Science, this is where our psych program is located, which is a really popular one, but also biology and chemistry. Those are two of the most popular majors to use to apply to medical school. Mackey School of Earth Sciences and Engineering, big mining industry here in the state of Nevada with some really lucrative starting salaries. So you guys can find some good opportunities in there. School of Community Health Sciences, nursing is the big draw here. If students want to become nurses, we have a great program here for you to become a nurse. Last but not least, Reynolds School of Journalism, smallest college on campus, but has produced 6 Pulitzer Prize winning journalists. So one of the top journalism schools in the country. And now what this list is not a list of companies our alumni have gone on to work for. This is the list of companies that were actually on our campus 2 years ago for the career fair. So it's the list of companies that are actively pursuing our students, not the list of companies that our students go off to pursue. Now, student life, NCAA, Division 1A athletics, we also compete in the Mountain West Conference. So come out to Mackey Stadium, watch a football game, come out to Lawler Event Center, watch a basketball game. You're almost bound to watch athletes that'll go on to become professional athletes. Residential life, we talked briefly about one of our residence halls, Great Basin Hall. This is another one called the Living Learning Community, another really, really good option for students that want to live on campus. Reno, Tahoe, where you decide to go to college is important because it's the city that you're going to live in. It's what you're going to do on the weekends and in the summertime. This is the Truckee River. This is a 10-minute walk from campus, goes right through the heart of downtown Reno. We're less than an hour's drive away from 10 different world-class ski and snowboard resorts. We are maybe 50 minutes from Squaw Valley, which is where they hosted the Winter Olympics. We are about 45 minutes away from the beaches of North Lake Tahoe and campus itself. It's very much an urban campus. We're right on top of downtown Reno, so you can walk to restaurants, coffee shops, bookstores, summer festivals, you name it. So admissions to the university, we are looking for a 3.0 weighted academic GPA. Academic GPA meaning we only really care about the grades you got in English, math, science, and social science. But if you have that 3.0 weighted academic GPA, you are going to be admitted to the university. No ifs, ands, or buts. And Dave, I see you coming on. So with my waning 30 seconds, I'm just going to brag a little bit. National Tier 1 University, Carnegie R1 University. If you look at the national average cost of attendance for some of our peers, it's pretty staggering the amount that it can cost for an out-of-state student to live on campus. But if you come to this university and if you qualify for the WUI program, then you'll actually pay a total cost of attendance, which is less than $24,000 a year, which is a fraction of the cost of what it should cost for a university of our caliber in other Western states. So with that, thank you guys for your time. Get a hold of me if you have any final questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. In the time we have left, we're going to ask our panelists to offer their perspective on a variety of topics. The first of which is as follows. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Starting off at the top with Wabash College.
Yeah, I think the advice that I would give folks is be a really smart consumer. If you can't take advantage of in-person visits, which hopefully we will all be able to do that come a little bit later on this year once everybody gets the chance to get vaccinated, go to websites like collegeresults.org or the Federal Scorecard, look at outcomes data between colleges, and really make sure that you're getting a good bang for your buck. The second thing that I would sort of add to that is if you can visit, do visit, and if possible, spend the night. I think it's really easy for all of the admissions people to talk about how great a college is, but you'll really get a good feel for a place when you spend a night on their campus.
Thank you. Up next, Laramie County Community College.
I would just echo those thoughts. I would tell a student to definitely make sure that you visit campus, make sure it's a good fit for you. You can do all the research in the world and check out all of the different ratings and such, but you'll be able to feel yourself and if that's going to be the best fit for you as you're visiting a college campus.
Thank you. Up next, University of Wyoming.
I would tell students to enjoy the process, and in doing so, look at some schools maybe you've never heard of. Sometimes we get really caught up in name brands and things that seem popular or everybody's looking at, but really you can find some hidden gems and maybe a right fit for you with some schools that you've never heard of. And into all of this, really truly enjoy the process, buy the sweatshirt, take some pictures, and have fun.
Next up, University of Utah.
I would definitely agree with what everyone else has said, and it sounds cliche, but just be yourself. The process can be really intimidating, but from our side, we're not really here to judge you. We really just want you to find your right fit and find where you're going to be successful. So just be yourself and be okay with that.
Last but not least, University of Nevada, Reno.
Thank you. I'm going to echo everybody's advice, of course, and say you got to come and visit campus. You know, I remember when I was a student, I had like 5 universities I was looking at, and I thought for sure I was going to go to this one. But it wasn't until I toured all of them that I realized, okay, I'm looking for this and not for this. And so the more tours that you take, the better sense you have of what you want out of a university, and the better sense you have of what a university has to offer. So if at all possible, go and visit, walk around, see if it feels like home. And then last but not least, you got to ask questions. All of us are here because we are paid professionally to answer your questions. So always ask questions. I mean, navigating the process can be difficult from admissions, financial aid, housing, scholarships, classes, all that stuff. But we're here every step of the way to help guide you through it. So ask a lot of questions.
Thank you. We'll move on to our last question. Give an interesting or fun fact about your school, starting in at the top, Wabash College.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things about Wabash, we actually have the college's longest, or pardon me, the nation's longest college fight song in the country, just about 2.5 minutes long. One of the cool traditions on campus is at homecoming, all freshmen line up by their living units and sing the song over and over again to sort of prove their knowledge of the school song. And upon successfully completing what's called chapel sing, they get a W spray painted on their white t-shirt, marking their formal beginning on campus as a Wabash student.
Very good. Up next, Laramie County Community College.
Our campus is very unique. It's very large and spread out for a community college. And so I think that is, you know, as Adrian was mentioning, you know, look around at all different types of institutions, because there's little fun little things that, you know, sets everyone apart. But we're just a pretty unique campus, and we offer a lot of different things around our area.
Thank you. University of Wyoming.
A really fun fact about the University of Wyoming is we have the highest elevation Division I football field in the United States. We are at 7,220 feet above sea level. So I did say Division I. There are some Division II football stadiums that are at higher elevation, but for Division I, it's Laramie, Wyoming at War Memorial Stadium.
Thank you. Up next, University of Utah.
So we are in the Pac-12. We're also a pretty big sports school, and during football games, during our third, or when the other team is on their third down, our student section does something they like to call the third down jump, and it's so intense that it actually registers as a small earthquake. So that's pretty cool.
Very good. Last but not least, University of Nevada, Reno.
Okay, so I'll keep it going with the sports theme here. It's kind of sports related. College is not complete without a good college rivalry. And so here at the University of Nevada, Reno, our big rivalry is with UNLV, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. We're northern, southern, two opposite ends of the state. And so we have a whole week called Beat UNLV Week. And during one Beat UNLV Week, we set the Guinness World Record for the largest group mooning, because at the midnight before the UNLV game, we all went out to the quad and we mooned the southern end of the quad, mooning the Rebels. So we're in the Guinness book for the largest group mooning.
Very good. With that, we'll conclude today's fair. We want to thank all of our panelists and our students for joining. We've got a quick 4-question survey for anyone interested. Again, a reminder, if you have interest in another institution, go ahead and sign up at your leisure. And finally, the recording will be posted at strivescan.com/RMACAC. With that, we'll let everyone go and hope everyone has a good night. Bye-bye.